this help us work? Well, we can find exact values of this, all right? So even up to the end of year 12, I want you to be doing it this way. I want you to do a mini all stations to central, okay? All right, and now I'm going to put 300 degrees. Now, 300 degrees is in this quadrant, okay? Because remember, this is 0, this is 90, this is 180, this is 270, and so this will be 300 degrees, okay, if we went around. Boom. Okay. Now, all we need to find is the angle it makes with the horizontal, okay? So angle it makes with horizontal. So let's have a look at that. So the angle it makes with horizontal is here, all right? Now, many of you can see, actually I'm going to try and make this bigger. Resize, let's make it bigger, okay. Yeah. All right, so many of you can see that this one will be 60 degrees, all right? Because 300 plus 60 degrees is 360. So that's that angle there. So I'm going to take, yeah. So this angle here is 60 degrees, all right? Now that gives us a clue. We actually know, all right, from our triangles that we have in our formula sheet, I'm going to try draw them both here. We have one that's 1 root 2, and that's 45 degrees, and that's a right angle. And there's another one that's 2, 1, root 3. I have obviously not drawn them to scale, and this is 30 degrees, this is 60 degrees. Probably better if I draw them again, this one especially. So if I do this, that's a bit more accurate. Oh, not at all. Yeah, there we go, that's a bit better. So right angle, that's 1, that's 2, that's root 3. That's 60 degrees, and that's 30 degrees in there, okay? So the related angle here that we found for sine 300 is 60 degrees. We've just drawn it, and it's 60 degrees. So that means we're looking at this angle here, okay? Now it's sine, so it is sine 60 degrees is root 3 on 2, because it's opposite over hypotenuse. So we go sine 300 equals root 3 on 2. Now the only other thing that we have to decide is that if it is positive or negative. Now I know that it's negative, and the reason for that is that it's here. It's in the quadrant that only what is positive? Only cos is positive. So that means that it has to be negative. Now put in your calculator, put sine 300 degrees, and you should get a negative number. I'm actually doing it right now, okay? And you get a negative number, and if you go root 3 on 2, you're going to get exactly that number but negative. But we want exact values, all right? Okay, let's do the next one. I'm going to draw a big all stations to central, okay? I use my little stack method. Now I want to draw negative 210. So I'm only interested in negative numbers, so I'm going to pop that in. Oh, that's all I need. Oh, no. I can't do this. Here we go, minus 180, minus 270. So it looks like our related angle will be in this quadrant, okay? And if this is minus 210, that means it's 30 past the horizontal, and we're only interested in the angle that it makes with the horizontal, okay? And the angle that it makes is sine 30. Now we go to our triangles. Cos 30 is root 3 on 2, so it's the same thing, isn't it? So I'm going to write it here, cos minus 210 equals root 3 on 2. Now, all I'm interested in now is to find that if it is positive or negative. And it looks like, because it's cos, it's in the sine realm, so it must be negative again. So we have a negative answer here as well. And once again, pop it in your calculator. I'm doing it myself, okay? And you should get the same answer as we got the previous question. All right, I'm going to move this guy over here because it belongs to it. It belongs to it there, here. Okay, let's do tan 360. I mean 630. Well, I have to draw my all stations to central, okay? Now, I know that if I do one loop around here, that's 360 degrees, okay? If I do a second loop, it gets us to 720, so it's not going to get that. So I'm going to go 720, I'm going to go 630 minus 360 to see how much further. So it goes 270, so it goes all the way down to here. So this will be 270 and also 630, all right? Now, this one, I suggest you just put in your calculator. So go tan 630, and you get an error. So it's undefined. In actual fact, that's not the one I wanted to give you. I made a mistake, okay? So let's do tan 690, all right? So let's go, now I'm going to change it again. Let's change it to this. Let's change it to tan, and let's go 550. No, 570, okay? So 570, okay? Which we have to do the same thing, okay? So I'm going to go 570 minus 360, and you get 210, okay? So I'm going to go around 210, which is around here. I'm going to use a different color. Okay, so this is 570 degrees. So I've gone around once, and then I go around again. I'm going to take a bit of this away, all right? And my related angle is 30 degrees, okay? Because this is 180. Also, it is 540, which means from 540 to 570 is 30 degrees. So we're working with 30 degrees again, okay? But it's tan, okay? And tan is, for tan, we need to go, so tan 30 will be 1 over 2. So I'm going to write that down here. Tan 570, we're working with 30 degrees, is opposite over, oh no, opposite over adjacent. So it's 1 over root 3. Okay, so I made a few mistakes. 1 over root 3. Okay. Now, with the question we have to ask ourselves, is it positive or is it negative? Well, it's in the tan quadrant. So that means it's positive. Okay. So we go tan 1 on tan 570, and it should give you a positive answer. Now, in the back of your book, it may not give you this right answer, and we talked a bit this last time. What we have to do is to get the answer at the back of the book is rationalise the denominator. So I'm going to multiply this by root 3 on 3, and we get root 3 over 3, which should be exactly the same answer, just with a rational denominator. So root 3, and I'm trying to do it on my calculator, but I'm struggling here. Yeah, and it is exactly the same answer. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, all right? The main thing I want you to get from this is you need to always draw your all stations to central, okay? As I've done for the 3 questions. The next thing you want to do is use the triangles, okay? Is it sine, is it cos, is it tan? Okay, and then find your exact value. And then last of all is that you want to go through and check if it's, which quadrant is it? Is it positive or is it negative? All right, that's the lesson. Peace out.